What's going on, everybody? It's time for another episode of the world famous Binge Boys Podcast. Logan, that is me, Matt, and Tanner. We're back in the saddle week after week. How's it going, my boys?
Oh, what's going on?
It is going. How about you, buddy?
We're steady going, man. Been banging out some really good ones lately, and this one I'm sure is going to be no different.
Let's get ready.
If this is your first time at the Binge Boys, welcome to the show. If this is if you're not a first timer, welcome anyway. But I messed that up. The premise is each week, my co-hosts Matt and Tanner and we discuss the hottest in TV and film. We sprinkle some video games and some music and maybe some pop culture here and there. But for the most part, we're TV and film. Shouts to Catherine that sneezed in the background. Man, I'm just crushing this intro. Every Thursday we put out a bonus episode of the show entitled The Run Through. Speaking of Catherine, this week's episode on Thursday is going to be Dirty Dancing, her favorite movie, and kind of just a little happy birthday because it was her birthday a few weeks back. So I said in August I'd do one of her favorite movies as the run through, and me and her would talk about it. So that comes out Thursday. The week after that, we've got some movies with Megan and Emily, and they completely flew my head. Oh, Dead Poets Society and Seven. Those are coming in the next couple weeks as well. And then to give you a look at the rest of September, so we got Dead Poets Society coming out the 2nd, Seven coming out the 9th, Tropic Thunder coming out the 16th, which I have not seen before.
What?
Somehow missed that one back in the day, man. Somehow missed that one back in the day.
I was for the first time like 2 years ago, so I'm like pretty much there with you.
So you're with me. 40-Year-Old Virgin as well. I have seen that one with Steve Carell. And then The Hunchback of Notre Dame, classic Disney animation movie. So we got a cool September, and October is got some bangers too. Might as well just talk about those. October, we've got Gone Girl, Halloween, Shark Tale, and Paranormal Activity. Rounding out November, I'm just going to do the rest of the year. November, we got the critically acclaimed movie Cats. That I'm not confident that it's going to be great. And then we've got The Big Short, the very original Batman movie, A Bug's Life. And then in December, we've got The Italian Job, B Movie, Elf, Christmas Vacation, and Polar Express. Got to throw the B Movie.
Oh, got to.
So we've got a really big lineup for the run through coming soon. And those episodes will soon be available on YouTube because your boy got a camera and a tripod. So we're about to be reeling them bitches in, man. Rolling those episodes in on YouTube very soon. Be on the lookout. So yeah, that's the run through. And that comes out every Thursday with different co-hosts each time. Megan and Emily, Tanner and myself. Matt will come in on one. Catherine's coming in on one. Turner and Jordan have been guests as well. Really anybody who wants to talk about a certain kind of content.
Get them in there.
Absolutely. So that is a little bit about us, but how can you help us? The best thing that you can do to help is right now, pause the show. Well, actually, don't do that because you won't be able to hear what I'm saying. In 30 seconds, pause the show.
Forever.
In 30 seconds, pause and send a link to this pod to the very first person in your messages. The last person you've talked to today, send it to them. Could be your mom, could be your brother, could be your boss. Send it to somebody and say, this podcast talks about entertainment. You would like it. Check it out.
Tanner will write you a haiku if you do it.
Yes. Tanner will write you a full-length haiku.
I don't even remember what that is.
Well, better do your research, buddy.
You better learn, son.
Yeah.
You better learn, son. And then basically just go on to iTunes and leave us a rating and review. That's really all we ask for you. We just want you to share it with somebody and leave a rating and review. If you want to, you can follow us on Instagram as well. That's where you get the updates and the posts and the reviews and the top 5 lists. All of those things are sprinkled in our Instagram. So check it out. Also check out, like I just said, Watchdog Media on YouTube, because that's where the Binge Boys episodes that you're listening to right now go. And that's where the run-through episodes go as well. So you can see our facial expressions when we're talking about these things. You can see our movements. You can see how goofy we are sometimes. So check out the YouTubes.
The tubes of the U's.
Yes, exactly.
What?
That could be wrong. I think before we get into our loaded epi, we talk about what we've got going on. Tanner, what did you do this weekend?
You guys want to take a guess?
Let me guess. No. Actually, tell us.
Wait. I worked on Friday. Saturday, I went to that Pigs and Peaches festival. You know, the barbecue festival.
Did you have fun?
Oh, yeah. It was delicious. And
yeah,
Sunday, Mom's birthday, but I had to work. But then I got out of it and I got to surprise Mom for dinner. So that was cool.
How about that?
Yeah, it was good weekend.
Did you guys go to that Bar North restaurant?
Yes, we did. It was good.
What'd you think?
The wings were good. The service was also good. The person was that we had was super, super nice.
Dude, those wings are so fat.
Oh my God, they're so meaty.
So meaty. They're very good wings.
I was like, wow. Because I'm so used to like these little skinny, disgusting ones from Little Caesars, you know? I'm like, wow.
Yeah, good deal.
Yeah, that was good.
Before Matt tells us about what he's got going on, I want to sprinkle in a little message from Prepped and Ready.
Dude, you got to.
You got to. Right before Matt. Matt's Weekend, presented by Prepped and Ready.
Dude, hell yeah.
Tanner, everybody's trying to get into their hotness and fitness journey. And with some states starting to shut some things down, people are doing at-home workout routines. And, with places shutting down, people less comfortable to go out in the public. Why not subscribe to a meal service that cooks and makes your meals for you and sends them to you with no contact with people, no contact with grocery stores? So if you're not comfortable and you live in the greater Atlanta area, check out Prepped and Ready Meals. They have the solution for people being overwhelmed with options and not knowing what they want to do, whether they want to gain weight, lose weight, bulk up, get lean, whatever you want to do, Prepped and Ready can do it for you. If you go to their website, you can type in your zip code and see if they deliver to you. You should also make sure that you're in the greater Atlanta area. Otherwise, they will not send them to you. If you live in the great state of Indiana or the great state of Texas or something, you're not going to get those meals yet.
And these meals are delicious too.
They are.
This is no lean cuisine bullshit. This is good.
But it is cuisine. It is not lean cuisine, but it is cuisine to help you lean.
Yes, very well said, gentlemen.
It only took me 3 times, but I said it well.
Yeah.
Catherine heard in the background and gave you a little giggle, so shouts to you. So check them out. Binge 15 can get you 15% off of that first time order. If you're skeptical, you're not sure you want to spend the full money on it, use that code and it'll get you 15% off at checkout. I've said it every week. I'll say it again. Catherine and I use these meals. We pick them up they either get delivered to us or we pick them up. Their kitchen is literally about less than a half a mile away. So sometimes on our way home from work, or sometimes like days like today, that's nice out, Catherine walked over there to get the meals and then walked back. It's very easy and convenient if you live in the area, and you just pop them in the microwave, man. 5 minutes. That's it. Some of it 2 minutes.
Dang.
It's that simple. We make all kinds of really cool stuff like chicken parm, quesadillas. You can do whatever you want. And I couldn't highly recommend them enough. So Binge 15 at checkout for that first time order. But Matt, tell us what you did this weekend.
Yeah, so I probably could should I not be so geographically restricted, I could really go for some prepped and ready because your boy had a bachelor party over the weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shouts to Josh getting married in a few weeks here. So
Hell yeah.
the lads got together in a cabin in Brown County. Only the real know about that BC.
What?
It's just kind of like a really cool, like pretty part of Indiana. I know it's hard to believe, but
No.
No, not at all.
so yeah, we were like out in the woods, just chilling, crushing beers, chilling in the hot tub, just played dudes in the tub. Went canoeing. The groom got after it a little bit, but that's okay. That's his right. Shouts to my buddy Billy, who kept not getting his glass bottles knocked into the river, which is never what you want. So
No, you don't want that.
if we have any fish and wildlife conservationists in the listener base, I'm sorry. Let me know what we got to do to make things right on that end. But other than that, just still in recovery mode. I'm doing all right because I'm just built like that. But yeah, could get some repairs up in here. Could use a tune-up for sure. So good weekend though. Good weekend.
I get you.
What'd you get into, Logan?
My weekend was a movie.
Dude, it always is.
It was a major motion picture. Let's see. Friday. I have to go back and look at our calendar and see what we did Friday night. Oh, Friday night we enjoyed a nice double date downtown Kennesaw.
Oh,
Shouts to Andrew and Madison.
Dude.
We had a real good time. Listened to some live music. Got some a little bit of brewery action. So that was nice, good fun. Saturday we ran errands all day, but Saturday night, Catherine and I and my dad went to see Jason Aldean.
Oh yeah.
So we got our honky tonk on, and we saw Jason Aldean and Hardy together, and it was a good time, man. The only thing, if we're doing the steam room presented by our friends at Washed, bro, they need to concert venues. If you're listening to this, figure out your parking situations.
Dude.
I know.
Why is when you go to a concert prefaced and followed up by a miserable, sometimes hour-long experience trying to leave the venue?
Yeah.
Why did they just? And you got to think maybe they just didn't plan for the amount of attention it would get when they built it years and years and years and years and years ago. But like this venue we went to is quite literally out in the outskirts of Atlanta, and there's plenty of space, and they have very little parking garage or very little parking situation. It took us a solid 45 minutes to leave the venue after the concert, and my dad bought a parking pass, and it was supposed to be like VIP parking, but it was great and convenient when you wanted to pull up and park at the show, but when you wanted to leave, it took hours.
Because you were behind everyone else who had, peasant parking.
Yeah, we're out here not trying to park with the peasants. So, this goes for sporting events as well, for graduations.
Oh my God,
why is it that our society puts on these large scale events but never knows how to function properly in terms of parking?
Dude, I just don't think there's a good way.
You might be right. Like, there was a cop like trying to direct traffic, but even then, like, people are ignoring him and just getting in this lane, getting in that lane. It's literally every man for himself at that point. I want to know how many fender benders happen a year in concert parking lots.
Dude,
you got to think it's several.
It's got to be a lot.
You got to think it's more than 5.
Yeah, some bevs had in the venue when you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, it's just a pain. But you know what? Whatever. If that's the biggest pain in the ass of getting to go to a concert that my dad literally paid for the tickets, he said, I just want somebody to go with me because no one's going to go with me. Catherine and I happily agreed, and we had a good time.
Yeah, man.
So shouts to Jason Aldean for letting us burn it down with him.
I was trying to
old Jack Daniels and jam into some old Alabama with my baby by my side. Those were Jason Aldean lyrics, and that was Country Logan's country lyric of the day.
You said when it was like you weren't like really like in the city. It's like on the outskirts of Atlanta. Did you like take a dirt roads to get there? Was there like anthems playing on there?
Well, what's funny, Matt, is Jason Aldean has a very popular song called "Dirt Road."
What?
Which actually we didn't take any dirt roads, but yeah, it was. So there was smoke blowing through the window and ice cold beers sitting on the console as well.
Dude, have you heard the remix with Ludacris on it?
I actually have.
Dude,
I was kind of
it's
hoping
good.
Luda was going to come out.
Dude, that'd be tight. It is his city, right? He's an Atlanta guy.
He is an Atlanta guy. So, dude, and you know what? Everyone is always like, whenever you go to concerts in Atlanta, because almost, not, I want to say every musician, but several
We lost him.
All right. Well, I guess we're really just hanging on this point about several musicians from Atlanta.
Several what? Come on.
I don't know if it's him or us that's
I don't
going,
know.
so I guess we'll just keep the ship going. Because we won't know about his Sunday. Let's fill it in. What do we think he did Sunday? Probably
He might have gone to work.
musician.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh man. Double Logan.
We lost you.
In there. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. We were vamping a little bit. Just you said like just like a lot of artists come through
Atlanta. Sorry about that. A lot of artists are from Atlanta, so there's always the question of, is somebody going to show up and be a guest star? And I'm not sure if this means anything to you, Matt. I don't think it will to you, Tanner, because you're not a big baseball boy, but Jason Aldean made a joke. Yeah, Jason Aldean made a joke at one point in between songs, and he was like, yeah, so I hired this new guy to be my guitar bringer outer every time I'm switching from acoustic to electric or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was world famous baseball player Chipper Jones.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The Atlanta guy.
He was just like, yeah, this guy's retired. He doesn't have much to do right now. So I figured Chipper Jones would be my guest. Crowd went honestly bananas.
That's so cool.
Absolute ape shit for this
I would
man.
have gone bananas too. That's so cool.
Not being a huge baseball guy, I mean, I've heard Chipper Jones's name in high regard, but seeing how much Catherine freaked the fuck out when Chipper Jones came out on stage, I took into account how famous this dude is.
Yeah, man.
He's one of the GOATs, I think, for our city, I guess.
Hall of Fame, World Series champ, 8-time All-Star. I know this all just right off the dome.
Damn, you know that from the dome?
Yeah, man. Definitely not baseball reference.
Damn. Oh my God. I love that. Also, if we break character at any point during this, or break discussion at any point during this episode, it's not because I lagged out. It's because at any time tonight, the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer is supposed to drop. And it's either supposed to drop tonight or early tomorrow morning. The rumor is that CinemaCon, well, it's not a rumor. CinemaCon is this week, and today is Sony's panel, and their panel is going on as we speak right now.
Oh my God.
So there's a rumor that they're either going to keep the trailer to the CinemaCon attendees only, but the trailer leaked online last night. So we're just out here
twiddling our thumbs.
We're just out here waiting, twiddling our thumbs. So I've got Twitter refreshing in the background. I'm just waiting, man. I'm waiting for someone to text me. So be on the lookout. If it not, by the time you're listening to this, hopefully we've seen the trailer. So either way, we can get into some headlines. If
this drops, this is going to be like a 2-hour episode.
I've seen some screenshots from the trailer.
Oh, me too.
And I won't say that I told you so, but I told y'all so. Your boy Doc Ock is in that trailer. Your boy Jamie Foxx's Electro is in that trailer. Bro, they all in there.
Willem Dafoe
is in that trailer.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. You're right. These screenshots could be from something completely different. But
Dude, the age of deep fakes, you can't be too careful.
This is true. This is true.
True. Number one trending topic on Twitter right now is where is the trailer?
Deep
Come
fakes.
on, drop it. Holy shit.
So we will just we'll just be waiting, but can't delay the whole epi for this. Let's talk about some headlines. Last week I mentioned kind of that we were going to get an official announcement this week, or I'm sorry, last week, and we did. We got the official announcement for Call of Duty Vanguard, releases November 5th on all platforms. Essentially, this is the description from their website. This is World War II combat like never before. Witness the origins of special forces as you play a pivotal role and change the face of history, forming Task Force 1 in a gripping campaign across 4 major theaters of war.
Oh.
Become an original special forces operator in an online multiplayer rich in innovation with 20 maps available at launch. Prepare for the franchise first universe expanding zombies crossover.
Yes.
Immerse yourself in a fully integrated Call of Duty Warzone experience featuring a new and massive map. This is the most connected Call of Duty ever, powered by the all-new next-generation Call of Duty engine introduced in Modern Warfare. This is Call of Duty Vanguard. And we got a trailer for it. It's hard to tell because there's only so many time periods that Call of Duty can tackle so many times.
Yeah,
I'm wondering, how many times are they going to hit World War II?
Mm-hmm. Everything you said up until the very specific stuff about, the origin of special forces or whatever, I'm like, they literally said this exact same thing dropping World of War,
of course,
15 years ago at this point.
And then the same thing again when they dropped World War II
right,
5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. That was a good game, too.
I liked World at War, and I really enjoyed World at War.
Me too.
But how many times are we going to do this? But it sounds like they're trying to go a different way, kind of origins of special forces. That kind of sounds cool, but
that does sound cool.
But the campaign is what it is. Only people really care about zombies and multiplayer.
Yes. And Warzone, which that's multiplayer.
And Warzone, correct. So I'm pretty sure it says here a multiplayer beta is expected on PlayStation first.
Yes.
Okay, so here's a little bit information for you, Tanner. Zombies. It says they're thrilled to announce a franchise first crossover as Call of Duty Vanguard features an all-new Zombies game mode with development led by Treyarch Studios.
Thank God.
This cooperative experience continues and intertwines the Dark Ether story from Call of Duty Cold War. Blah, blah, blah. Essentially like a Warzone type situation, but with zombies, making it so that zombies is carried over game by game instead of us waiting every 3 or 4 years for a zombies experience.
So they're going to keep doing Outbreak pretty much?
They might. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Interesting.
Need more information.
Yes, we do.
A full reveal is expected next week with trailers for multiplayer and zombies.
Okay.
And there's a beta that I think begins on PlayStation first, the 7th of September. This article doesn't show, but I saw it on Twitter 30 minutes ago.
Do we need to pre-order it to get that beta, or is it free to the public?
Actually, I believe you do have to pre-order it first, and then closer to the game's release, mid-October, they'll do a public beta that everyone gets to partake with.
Makes sense.
They did that with Cold War. I remember that.
Call of Duty Vanguard, November 5th, 2021. I've said this the past few years that I'm not going to get the new COD, but I'll probably just fall into the trap and
I'll get it
again.
We all know.
It's just that one game you can expect every year to give you a few months of fun. Yeah. Then it just gets added to the pile of shit.
Yeah. Everybody has it. It makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I also forgot to announce that I'm officially a member of PlayStation Now.
Smart.
Wow. Congratulations.
Are you on that, Tanner?
No, I should, though.
I got a little game called indie title, Matt. Not sure if you've heard of it. Doom.
Oh,
Never
Fun.
played Doom before.
When I say OG, like the revamp or whatever.
Yeah, this is. I think it's like the 2016 revamp. That's, I guess, just a remaster of the OG.
Dude, I played that and it felt like I just like pounded coffee. Like
Oh,
my heart
yeah.
was just going.
Oh yeah, your character moves at like 90 miles per hour. There's no reloading. You just like fire at these zombie things. It's actually pretty killer.
It's really fun.
And like the game is quiet all the way up until you start shooting, and as soon as you start shooting, it's just heavy rock music playing in the background. It's pretty badass, to be honest. Like,
it's like a really, really well made game. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm on my my video game bullshit. So we're just holding over until we get those fall releases. But until then, a release date was dropped last week for Fasten Your Seatbelts.
Is that really it?
It's not the title.
Okay.
It's what I'm calling it until we get an official title. Please make it be that. Like, that's just a missed opportunity, bro.
It's right there.
It's right there. And that release date is April 7th, 2023.
Another one.
That's it. That's the only thing we have. We just have a release date, and we can move on.
Yes.
Little series that's starting up soon. I did not know that this was coming out, but I'm very excited. Made by the people who made American Crime Story, The People versus O.J. Simpson, where they did a live reenacting of the whole transpiration of events. They're doing American Crime Story Impeachment, which of course deals with the limited series examining the national crisis that led to the first impeachment of a U.S. president in over a century through the eyes of the woman at the center of the events. So we've got a pretty cool cast here. We've got Beanie Feldstein playing Monica Lewinsky, Clive Owen playing Bill Clinton, Sarah Paulson is in there, as well as several other well-known actors and actresses. I'm pretty excited for this, to be honest.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
They did a great job with the OJ one.
I was gonna say I didn't watch, but I heard it was good. So
Oh man,
good.
Highly recommend it. You could binge it in a quick if you have a downtime weekend.
Yes,
It's
for sure.
it's very, very good.
All right.
They also did
an
American Crime Story, The Assassination of Gianni Versace.
Yeah.
And that went straight to Netflix, I never saw that one, but it's on my list now that they're doing more of these American Crime Story situations. So I'm really excited to see this. I think it starts on September 7th or September 3rd or something like that. September 7th.
Nice.
So, and that'll air on FX/Hulu. So I don't know if it'll be something that we necessarily do a play-by-play of, but something that I'm definitely going to be watching. So looks cool. Next up, we've got some set photos from Black Panther 2 that confirm pretty much that the star of Ironheart is going to be debuting in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. This doesn't really tell us much, but this girl her name is Riri Williams, and she's a young teenage prodigy who goes to MIT at age 15. While she's at school, Riri steals components to build her own Iron Man suit of armor.
Cool. Okay.
And goes on the run in the suit when her theft is found out. Eventually, her exploits catch the attention of Tony Stark, but instead of stopping the young girl, Stark was impressed enough to sponsor her advancements in becoming the superhero Ironheart. And the Ironheart series is in development on Disney Plus. And obviously, Riri Williams is going to need a new mentor because Tony Stark is gone. So the rumor is that Shuri, the technological genius from Black Panther, is going to be her mentor. They're both African-American young girls. I think it'd be a really cool power dynamic, especially if Shuri's going to take over the mantle of Black Panther.
Sure.
I think it'd be a really cool situation. So just more Marvel show hype.
Dude, you want to hear this young actress's IMDb already? It's only 4 things long. So but If Beale Street Could Talk, Oscar nominated.
Okay.
Judas and the Black Messiah, also Oscar nominated.
Damn.
Wakanda Forever, and then Ironheart. So
she's got
Damn.
she's got nothing but good things behind her.
yeah,
Off to a really good start.
invest now.
Yeah.
So wow, we love to see that.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just be on the look for the Ironheart. Maybe we'll get more details for that during that Disney event we're going to get in November.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Have to.
And that's it for the headlines. But next, I wanted to turn the microphone to Tanner, because Tanner saw a movie a couple weeks back. We didn't talk about it last week, but we're going to talk about Stillwater. But before Tanner gets into it, here's some general information about the movie. It came out this year, rated R, just under 2 hours and 30 minutes. It clocks in around 2 hours and 19 minutes. It stars Matt Damon in the lead role. Directed by Tom McCarthy. Sorry, the burps are coming through. Last time I drank a Coke on air. Synopsis says a father travels from Oklahoma to France to help his estranged daughter who is in prison for a murder she claims she did not commit. Tanner, I'll give it to you, my friend. Talk about your expectations. Talk about your overall experience with the movie and how you feel about it.
Well, as a Damon fan, my expectation was it was going to be good, but I didn't realize the freaking roller coaster of emotion that movie was going to put me through in that movie theater. I was sitting there like, wait, did she? Wait, what? Wait, what? Who? Did she actually? Did she do it? Is she telling the truth? What the? It was a really, really gripping story. Matt Damon was incredible. He played this guy he played a perfect, like a trucker, like an oil rig guy. He played it perfectly. He's like kind of quiet. Doesn't say much, almost plays off dumb, but he really isn't. Yeah. And he's, everybody the whole time thinks, he can't do it. His daughter is not even wanting him to get involved because he can't, she thinks he's a dumbass. Literally. He calls it, he says that a lot. He goes, I'm just a dumbass all the time, like 12 times in that movie. But he proves everybody wrong. It's seriously, it's one of the best. It made my list for Matt Damon Roles.
Wow.
It was freaking good. The whole time.
Anything you did or didn't love about the movie, or
I guess the time, the length. Towards the end, I was like, okay, this is how I was like, is this? I thought this was like an hour and 45 minutes, but that was just me not realizing how long it was. But the whole time, it had the super important things. There was no really downtime, and the downtime was good because it showed Damon's character progressing and making himself better because he had a really tough start to his life with his kid and messed some things up he was a drunk. It was so there's animosity there and the whole time, and everyone's just doesn't believe in him at all, and he does this, and it's amazing. And the ending, you just don't expect it. It's really, really good. Gotcha. Incredible movie.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and swept me off my feet. My mother too. She loved it. And my dad went, Logan. My dad went, and he loved it.
Really? Your dad went to this movie?
My father went to this movie, yes.
This doesn't mean much to other people, but this means a lot to me.
Oh, yeah. Dad walked into a movie theater voluntarily. That's what happened.
Wow.
And he loved it. He didn't complain about how long it was. He didn't say a word.
Nice.
Because the only times I've went with him, he took me to Dark Knight Rises. He was like, holy shit, how long is this movie?
That was a long movie.
That was a long movie. But yeah, it was a really good movie. I gave it a 5 out of 5 for
there
sure.
You go.
100%.
Is it going to be in your top 10 movies of the year?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
And that's what the best part about this movie was. It was only out for a couple of weeks and it was kind of slept on. But wait, it's going to get, I guarantee you it'll win an award.
I was going to ask, it definitely watching the trailer for it, it looked like kind of like an Oscars movie. Do you think it's pretty much kind of set up for that? I know there's they have their kinds of movies that they like.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the only issue, but the fact that it was this is a true story and was all over the news, that type of stuff. That's why I think it's gonna, because he played that role so good.
Sure.
And I did some research, and the same guy praised it. the guy who actually did all this stuff, the true story
Oh, like
guy.
the real life Matt Damon guy.
And
So yeah.
yeah, he was getting some. He got some backlash for at the beginning because everyone thought that he was just going to play him as this dumbass, But he did such a good job. Great movie, well written.
Nice.
Well, good.
That's all I can say.
Solid review there then.
Yeah, and that also, it's been 2 weeks and I still remember it. That is big. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yes.
The pedigree of this movie is strong. The guy who directed it also helped write Spotlight. That movie is
have not seen Spotlight.
It's on my list for sure as well.
Need to see that as well.
Yeah.
Highly
recommend.
I don't think you can see it in theaters anymore.
Nope.
They must have pulled the release, maybe either COVID reasons or because of it had its box office run, because I think it was in theaters for a couple months, but like Tanner said, it kind of got slept on for a minute.
Mm-hmm. No, it came out for 2 weeks. That's it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was released. Yeah, and that's why I think it's going to win awards, because
maybe
people are going to keep hearing about it. The more it comes out, and the more they can buy it on DVD and stream it or whatever.
Sure,
yeah,
true,
for sure.
Well, do you want to just take this Matt Damon and just transition it right into a top 5 list of which we talk about our top 5 Matt Damon movies?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll go down the list. And you guys know how we do by now. We'll each go by entry by entry. So I will go ahead and go first. My number 5 is We Bought a Zoo.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people disliked this movie for some reason. I thought it was a solid movie with Matt Damon. Scarlett Johansson plays his wife, I believe.
No, she's his love interest in the zoo. Yeah.
Yes, because she's like a manager of the zoo.
Hardcore. Yeah.
It's a pretty good movie, pretty emotional movie with a father who lost his wife due to some illness. Him and his kids move out somewhere, and they find a zoo, and they kind of help to be a part of the, bringing attention to the zoo. It's a cute family movie. It's kind of like a Saturday morning movie with the parents kind of movie.
Sure.
It's a good watch. I highly recommend.
I just don't like it because I don't like movies where the title spoils the plot.
I still kind of, his 20 seconds or it's 5 seconds of courage, right? Whatever his quote was.
Yeah.
That I still think about, use that my mother used to say when I was a kid. She used to say, "Remember, Matt? Remember the movie 5 seconds of courage? It's all it takes, Dana. It's all it takes. Just walk up to him."
It's true. It's true.
It's a great movie.
So that's my number 5. Tanner, what you got for your 5?
I put Stillwater on number 5. I didn't want to put it any higher because all these other ones I've seen 1,000 times and love. So
makes sense.
But as you heard, great movie. That's all I can say. Yeah. How about you, Matt?
I got a couple of honorable mentions first.
Okay.
Okay.
My first one is actor Loki from Ragnarok. When they go back to Asgard, it is Matt Damon playing Loki. And then when I was looking it up, he's also reprising his role in Thor: Love and Thunder. So definitely we'll be excited to see him in that.
That's
and
hilarious.
Then this isn't really a knock on the movies. I just haven't seen them in their entirety. The Bourne, I'll give him, obviously have to give him the respect for that. But my real number 5 is when he played Mark Watney in The Martian. That was a great role.
Great.
Really,
Damn it.
I even read that book after seeing the movie. No one's doing that. But yeah, just sort of played like the smarmy dickhead. Well, kind of a dickhead who has to figure things out, but he's definitely not doing a ton of acting in it, because I feel like that's just kind of how Matt Damon would be in real life. It was my opinion. But yeah, so my number 5, The Martian. What you got? Number 4, Logan?
My number 4 is The Martian.
Hell yeah.
I made that addition just now because before it was a movie that I liked, but I hadn't seen super duper amount of time, so I wouldn't be able to talk super highly about it. But I did quite very much so enjoy The Martian. Saw that. I remember seeing that in theaters. I saw that, I think, with my parents, and Matt Damon's just so hard to dislike.
Yeah.
that anything he's in, you can pretty much sign off on. And that's how I feel. Very funny. I remember the controversy that it got nominated in the Golden Globes for a comedy. And even though it had funny moments to it, like it's supposed to be kind of a drama.
And
But
dark.
but a lot of people were upset that it got put in the comedy catalog.
Yeah.
Mainly other comedy movies because it beat all of those other comedy movies. And so there was a little bit of a little shtick around that. But other than that, Martian, it's a funny movie, man. It's a good movie. It's a good story. So haven't seen that. Highly recommend it. Tanner, what you got at number 4?
I've got The Departed.
Departed.
Yep, The Departed. Yep. Oh god, he plays it so well. It's such a good movie. I love mob stuff too. So it's just seeing him actually like he's a freaking rat, but it's awesome. Such a good movie.
Yeah, it really helps shows his range.
Yeah.
What you got, Matt?
My number 4 is a role that was actually sort of a secret, and that is Interstellar. He's not advertised for that role like at all, but he's really kind of the turning point of the movie.
Oh my god, I completely forgot.
Yeah, and that's like I don't think the role's forgettable. I think that movie's just like so big. There's like so many other things going on that you forget that like when Matt Damon like kind of does his thing, that's when things really turn wrong for Mr. McConaughey, old Cooper. So yeah. My number 4 is Interstellar. Logan, what's in the middle of your list?
The movie that's in the middle of my list is, I kind of lumped all of these together, but the Oceans films. The Oceans 12, 13, 14, however many there are.
Yep.
Matt Damon is a very good... I don't think he's the lead because I think Clooney and Brad Pitt kind of take those roles, but Matt Damon is in those movies as well, and he's a very good addition as well. Tanner, have you seen those Oceans 12, 13 movies?
Only 11 and 12. That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, they're pretty solid films. I watched them for the first time like last year or 2 years ago, and really enjoyed myself. So shouts to Mr. Damon there.
Love it.
Yeah.
What you got, Tanner, for your number 3?
I've got Good Will Hunting.
Ooh.
Oh god, that movie gripped me pretty good. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a tearjerker.
Mm-hmm.
It is a tearjerker. Robin Williams too. Can't forget about him.
Yeah. Great
Rest
role
in
in
peace.
his part.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
God, there's not much I can say. It's just so damn good.
Yeah. Hasn't been said already.
Yeah.
What
I
about
can't
you,
find
Matt?
it.
The middle of my list is The Informant.
Oh,
I haven't seen that
God,
one.
me neither.
It's really weird.
Really?
Like he's like trying to be like a whistleblower and like get in touch with like the government, but like you learn that he's not really with it like at all. And it's just kind of like it's definitely sort of like a dark comedy where it's like not really like you're laughing, but it's like not really funny. You're just like no idea what this guy's deal is. And since it's Matt Damon, you are on his side no matter what the evidence against him contrary says.
Right.
So, yeah. So that's my number 2. Or number 3? What's your runner-up, Logan?
Runner-up for me is a movie. Sorry, brain dead. A movie that came out a couple years ago. That movie is Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh God.
That is a stellar movie. Matt Damon delivers a hell of a performance alongside Christian Bale.
Also a hell of a performance.
Absolutely. Both of those guys acted their heart out in that movie. A movie that I was super duper excited for, and it just delivered on so many levels. Matt Damon just does what he always does and is charismatic. He was kind of a dick in the movie, but Carol Shelby, kind of a dick known as that. So he must have played it right. So I really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen Ford versus Ferrari, I think that one got put out in theaters either before COVID or
like
before.
Yeah, right. End of 2019.
Yeah. So I think it might have gotten overlooked because a lot of people were starting to get panicky.
Yeah.
But very, very good movie. I would highly recommend you see it if you haven't. Tanner, what's your runner-up?
I have my number 2 is I just grouped them all the Jason Bourne movies. I've seen them 1,000 times. My favorite freaking movies on the planet. I'll watch them any day of the week. Anybody, if you want to get a secret to my heart, Hey, let's watch Jason Bourne tonight.
There
Oh,
we
okay.
Tanner, next time I see you, I'm gonna need to steal those from you because I haven't seen them.
Oh my God, we're watching them together.
I know. I haven't seen them. I'm doing the world a disservice. I know. I heard that I should start with the one with Jeremy Renner.
Don't
the
even
best
watch
one.
that one. What's the point? I'm just kidding. No, that's a good one too. But no, you should watch. You definitely start from the beginning.
Okay, for sure.
And I even have the brand new one that came out a few years back in here
yeah.
too. Yeah, all of them.
Forgot about that one.
Oh yeah. God, such a
That was my or that was your runner-up. What'd you got for your runner-up, Matt?
My runner-up is the Ocean's movies as well, and I think that, not to overly repeat, but I think just over the three of them, you get to see go from full young Matt Damon to like full like adult actor Matt Damon. I think that that's kind of a cool pivot transition role for him. So yeah, that is my number 2. What is your top Matt Damon performance, Logan?
My favorite Matt Damon performance is a little film called Good Will Hunting. Just like Tanner said, fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. If you haven't seen it, and not the movie I'm talking about here, but the clip of Matt Damon and Ben Affleck winning Best Original Screenplay at the Oscars when they're like 20.
Yeah.
And they run up and they're just like celebrating and crying and screaming, and it's just a great moment. You'll love to see it.
Yeah.
And the movie is fantastic. I can't say any more good things about it than people have already said before.
Yep.
Matt, I'm pretty sure you pointed to yourself indicating that Good Will Hunting is also your favorite.
That is correct. Can't really say anything that you can, so I'll say a joke instead. The famous monologue from him that Ben Affleck's like, the best part of my day is like when I think that you're not here. It's like, dude, if my friend told me that, I'd say, fuck off. Like, come on. I'm here. Like, best part of your days where you think I'm gone? Whatever. Anyway, Tanner, what's your number 1?
Well, I can't say much about it. We've already talked about it, but Ford v Ferrari. That was my favorite Matt Damon performance ever. I watched that movie over and over and over. Love it.
Really? I did not see that coming. When you put Bourne at number 2, I was like, Tanner talks about Bourne every time I see him.
I do, literally. It's a great movie. But this one, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I wanted to watch something quick, if I wanted to watch like just a single movie with Matt Damon that's amazing with other great supporting cast, that one.
Wow.
It's great.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Yep.
Okay.
How about you?
Me and Matt
I missed it.
Yeah, me and Matt got Good Will Hunting at the top of our list.
Oh yeah. Great choice.
Absolute banger of a movie.
God.
Really can't beat it.
No, you can't.
Huh.
I heard I've got breaking news.
Okay.
It's not the news that you want.
Why would you do that?
It's relating to the news that we want. It says the trailer might drop. They're doing a presentation. Sony's panel is starting right now. Sorry, I got my time zones mixed up. It's supposed to drop anywhere from 7 to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it'll be late our time, like midnight here. But
I'll be up.
Yeah, I might be up.
I'll be up.
I'm not going to say that I'm going to wait up for it.
I'm waiting up for it.
But I just might let time get away from me and play Doom real late and go, oh no.
The trailer.
I guess I'll stay up and watch the trailer when it drops.
Oh shit.
Don't forget to hit the credit or the credits, the Reddits.
Oh yeah. And it's time to divulge into the theories. But before we talk about the second episode of Marvel's What If, now this episode I'm going to turn it to Matt.
Sure.
To talk a little bit about Solar Power, Lorde's new album.
Yeah.
Before you start, is that Lorde's ass on the cover?
Yeah, that's her.
No one's talking about how double cheeked up Lorde is.
Dude, I'm not here to confirm or deny that. I just think that like in the interest of like looking like you have just an absolute dump truck on you, that is a very flattering angle and pose combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, please.
So I am a pretty big Lorde fan. Into both of the previous albums that she got. Definitely pure heroine more than melodrama. I just feel like melodrama didn't really move the needle as much, kind of didn't make as much light, but it definitely still has a few bangers on it. Pure heroine's kind of probably a 5 out of 5 record for me. So just to sort of get that out of the way. And then I think it's kind of more of the same and what we've come to expect from Lorde. Sometimes I say that as a bad thing, but I take it as a good thing. Really kind of like a pretty sparse production. A lot of work has gone into like the writing and the lyrics. There's actually a lot of like inner-worked references to a lot of other like art and writing and stuff, and her as well as like her own music, and so that's always something I respect. For the best tracks on it, I think the singles kind of got it right. Maybe Oceanic Feeling, that one was pretty good. But I definitely think starting with just Solar Power, Mood Ring, and then of course the classic Stoned at the Nail Salon, whomst among us have not been there. Yeah, that was good, but this isn't going to like convert a Lorde ambivalent person to a fan. But I definitely think that it's just kind of a unique thing. I can't remember if it was in a podcast or just like in a blog or something, but someone said the vibe of this album is you're at the beach and the weather is perfect, but you're depressed. So if that's kind of the vibe you're going for, then I would definitely give this a listen. So that's about all I got. If you got any thoughts,
how about
questions.
That Lorde album?
Yeah, man, I liked it. 4 out of 5 I gave it, so it's probably on the list for the year end.
Okay,
for me.
We'll have to see. I can't wait to put that list of year end stuff together. It's always some of my favorite episodes when we do our finales of the year. Just a good way to look back on the year we had.
For sure.
So 2 things left. I mistakenly forgot about the Eternals trailer, but we'll talk about that after we discuss the new episode of What If, because like we said last time, while this isn't something that's as entertaining or as gripping as the regular Marvel programming, it's still some cool stuff to watch. So what do you guys think of What If T'Challa became a Starlord? Tanner, what'd you think?
I thought it was better than the first one, for sure. We're doing full spoilers, yes.
Yeah, well, it's also a half hour long. Like
true. True. But the Thanos thing was a little interesting.
Yeah, I feel like that was definitely more like they had the idea and they wanted to get Josh Brolin in there, so they just kind of like, he's just there. Oh well, just don't think about it too much.
It just cracked me up though, how the beginning scene they knew who he was. It just shows the Peter Quill, you suck.
Yeah,
and I was just like, I looked at my room and I'm like, oh my god. They just did Peter Quill so dirty.
Dude, he just took so many L's.
Oh yeah.
More than he took from Infinity War.
Yeah, shit. But he was like, and then they cut to him and the Dairy Queen. I'm like, oh my god, that's all? Like they don't even do him anything?
Dude.
But then Ego shows up and then the Watcher's like, well, this may be the end of the world, but that's a different story. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, what do you think? That is the What If I would want right there.
Oh, so you want a continuation of this?
Yeah.
What If?
Yeah, I want to see what Starlord or Peter Quill. He would definitely just go straight to his dad. It wouldn't have gone the way it did, I don't think.
Yeah. I thought that I really liked sort of the like twisting of the dynamic, not necessarily to just kind of swap out Peter Quill with T'Challa, but I think it like kind of used the characterization like from their movies, like, you know, because it's like, you know, people are nature and nurture like combined, so it's like of course he's going to be some version of, he's not going to be exactly T'Challa, but he's going to be like pretty close, and I think they did that well. My biggest criticism of if this one had come out first, I would not ask the question that I asked this week of, did it feel really childish to you guys? Because the whole like plot line with like the new recruit or whatever was just very like, I don't know, it was kind of annoying. But I think this one had a lot more heart in it than the last one, much more of like sort of a complete story and not just like this would be kind of cool to, you know, think about and do. So
it was almost like a send-off for Chadwick Boseman. Just like showing that no matter where he was going to be in this galaxy of Marvel, he was going to make a difference.
Dude,
it's powerful.
He's the man. Yeah. Everyone loves him. And
they all know who he was. I'm like, oh man, poor Peter Quill.
Yeah.
Now everyone knows Peter Quill is the one who let the gauntlet go.
Yeah. I thought pretty similar stuff all around. I mean, I do wish I liked it. I honestly kind of I really enjoyed that first one.
Okay.
I mean, but mainly because I'm a big like history buff, so seeing anything that takes place back in like World War II or anything like gets me like a little giddy. Captain America: The First Avenger was one of my favorites for a while, so I just really enjoyed Peggy. But I mean, T'Challa, I mean, unfortunately, he was one of the greatest MCU characters there was, and I really enjoyed seeing Yondu again.
Me too.
With Michael Rooker being back in there. It made me want more Yondu.
Oh, me too.
The Thanos thing was kind of like just kind of shoehorn in there. I agree. Like it was like, almost them just like, okay, where can we put Thanos that makes the most sense?
Yeah.
And
it was cool to see him fighting his lieutenants basically from.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
That was a really cool spin on things. But at the same time, I was just like, there's no purpose for Thanos. And like the jokes they would make back and forth to each other, like, oh, this guy's going to be the dictator of all universes, but now he's having a drink with us at this bar. And Thanos would say something like, you know, whatever. If it had not been for me.
It's not genocide or whatever.
Yeah, you know, whatever. I mean, it was mainly just cool to see Thanos again. But other than that, like, I thought it was a cool episode. I saw an ad on Instagram today that said that this week's episode is going to have Nick Fury and Black Widow. Okay. So we're going to see some Black Widow Nick Fury action.
Cool.
That should be cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a prediction? Like, just given those two pieces of information, what we think would be kind of interesting?
Well, they were both in their regular costumes, so it's not like their roles were reversed.
Okay.
Unless they do something like that, where Nick Fury's on the run and Scarlett and Natasha is actually like in that Nick Fury role.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think?
I was thinking just like, what if Natasha like was in S.H.I.E.L.D. like from the beginning, like didn't have like the time like as a widow, as an assassin.
Yeah.
Which like she defected like relatively young, so it wouldn't be that different. So I doubt that's it. But
without all that emotional abuse that was driving her, like what the hell do you think she could have done? You know,
that's a good point.
Or it could be she survives. What if she survives the fall? Didn't die?
What if Hawkeye did it? Mm-hmm. But I guess like we're still kind of figuring out what the real version of that possibility looks like now. So not too much well-worn ground to go over.
Yeah, I'm not jumping up and down about the episode, but it A, felt good to see Thanos again, and B, it felt good to see Yondu again. And then C, of course, it felt amazing to see Chadwick for one last time. It sucks that this is the last. I really wish they could have gotten through Black Panther 2 before he passed, but dang. But that's just selfish on our end. I mean, it's crazy that he was sick, like starting in Civil War, and nobody knew. Like not even the directors knew he was sick.
That's crazy.
It's just sad. Goes to show you, it's sad. But it was a cool episode. It just makes you like, it's literally like the writers for this show just was like, all right, what are all the cool things we'd like to see? And they're just spitballing. Every episode is going to get, or every concept is going to get its own episode. Like, what if instead of being Black Panther, T'Challa was actually Starlord?
Right.
Like,
that wasn't expecting.
Yeah, it's just random as shit.
But then like the it made sense. It's like, oh, there were like huge like celestial readings like right next to him. Like it had to have been him.
Yeah. As long as they can back it up and make it believable, like I'm cool with it. Like if they're like, what if Thanos' intentions were actually to save humanity rather than destroy it? Which I guess you could argue is what he was doing in the first place in his mind.
He's trying to do exactly both.
So I don't know. I'm excited. I think there's like 10 episodes of this in the first season. So
that's a lot. That's a big season.
They're really going in on it. So yeah, I guess we'll see what we get this week.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm open still.
Yeah.
Open mind.
I'm not turned off yet.
Me neither. I don't think I ever will be. It's always going to keep us interested a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it's not like the best, but you know.
I can't imagine it ever being like bad.
No, because we're about to get like a Spider-Man being Doctor Strange. Like you see that on the cover, like that'll be it's like, oh boy. Anything Spider-Man that I'm gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. That's What If. And then finally, let's quickly recap our thoughts on that new trailer for Eternals.
Oh.
Tanner, you told me on the phone earlier that you are ever so hyped.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about your thoughts? Talk about your thoughts after seeing the first trailer, and talk about how they compare to how you feel now.
All right. So the first trailer, I was like, all right, cool. Seeing the ship, cool. These guys have they're going to be somewhat of something. That's what I was saying. Like, they're going to be interesting. I'm sure everyone, like, I wasn't all in because I don't know anything about them, that type of stuff. But now, after seeing some fighting, seeing the lasers come out of the eyes, and the freaking Galactus, I'm pooping. I had to change it. Yeah, Galactus, the big celestial. That's him.
Oh.
The one in the trailer, that big giant robotic looking thing. That's Galactus, I think. Like big villain. I don't know if it's a villain, but now I gotta look it up. Damn it. Galactus. Yeah. Yep, this is exactly who he is.
Celestial.
Yep. He's they are introducing celestials, like these type of things. You know, like the head of like Logan, like where the collector was. He was inside a celestial head.
Well, it says here this isn't Galactus.
What?
But it says no. This guy's way more powerful than the World Eater. So,
those guys are just the Celestials.
Oh, oops. Yeah. See, I don't know a whole lot, but I'm still hype as shit. It's gonna be cool.
Tanner's like, well, might have been wrong, but still, I'm still hyped.
Still, that freaking big robot in space. All right.
Yeah.
What is it in the trailer then? It's just this freaking.
Those are the Celestials. Those are the gods that I think they're the gods that harbored the Infinity Stones. They're the ones who created the stones.
You mean like that giant freaking red thing with a bunch of eyes?
Yeah, because then there's also in one scene like a green one, a yellow one, a blue one. So I think that each of them are like associated with a different Infinity Stone.
What the hell did I? What? How did I miss that,
dude?
I don't know, but they just revealed the red one, so blatantly I was like, take a lap. Yeah, I gotta go take a lap. I gotta go watch it again. Shit.
Yeah, Matt, what were you thinking here over the course of this trailer? Are you same thing with Tanner?
Yeah.
Reactions after the first trailer versus now?
Yeah, definitely from like I mean, there was never really any question if I was going to watch this or not, but it was just like, where are my expectations? Like going in, they were pretty medium after the first one, but then this one looks like way more awesome. And I was initially watching without sound, so I had to Google why Sebastian Stan was in the Eternals, only to find that a lot of other people were with me and thinking that it was Sebastian Stan when it clearly is not.
When it's just Jon Snow.
Yeah. Or thinking it was Richard Madden.
Yeah, Richard Madden. Yeah.
Well, either way, Sebastian Stan, Jon Snow, or Kit Harington and Richard Madden all look very similar.
Yeah.
They're just attractive white dudes with short black hair and a little bit of a beard.
Yep. So once I realized, I was definitely not like less excited when it was him. I was like, this is just a random like one-off. Like if you're gonna have one Marvel character in this movie, do you pick Bucky? Like, all right, go off. That's fine. All right, but yeah, man, I'm definitely into it. Definitely, I feel like they have more, are sort of like more shaping expectations for what the movie's going to be in the concrete, whereas it seems like before they, like the first trailer seems like they were having like a little bit of everything and were doing probably like some like screen tests or whatever to see what people like reacted to the best. So they kept the first one vague, but then it's like, okay, people just want like, you know, big shit popping. So that's what we're getting, which no complaints here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that sums it up pretty good. I'm there. My reaction after the first trailer was like, oh, this is going to be a little different. And then my reaction after this trailer was like, nah, it's going to be pretty similar to what we've gotten, but still, we've still got Academy Award winning Chloe Zhao. We've got from what it looks like, amazing cinematography.
Yeah.
And some pretty awesome action with the deviants, which are like dragon dog looking things. But
yeah, that was
nasty
cool.
looking things.
I'm excited. I mean, Salma Hayek, Angelina Jolie, Kumail Nanjiani, these are all Brian Tyree Henry. These are A-listers, man. I am excited.
Me too.
Didn't notice that it was Brian Tyler. Him. Paperboy.
Yes, exactly. Paperboy. So we're hyped for this movie. Can't wait to. It's great news knowing that in a week, not this week, but next Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, we'll all see Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and we'll be able to see Spider-Man's trailer and the Eternals trailer play before it. It's a great time to be a Marvel fan.
Yes. Oh my god.
So, with that said, unfortunately, the trailer didn't drop during our recording.
No.
That was going to be really awesome because I was definitely going to screen share, pull the trailer up, and we were going to watch it live. But you know what?
Oh,
that's okay.
it is.
So,
because I'll still be up tonight waiting for it.
There's no way I don't watch the trailer 4 times, maybe 6.
Oh my god, I'll watch 12. It probably once a day until it comes out. Oh god, if it gets delayed, then I'm gonna have to watch it like even longer.
Well, time will tell.
Yeah.
Until then, my friends, that was Binge Boys 225. Again, Thursday, we've got the run through for Dirty Dancing. Make sure you've told somebody about this pod. You've gotten through the whole thing. Hopefully you told someone about it by now. If you haven't, get on it.
You can still get that haiku. Yeah,
you'll get that haiku.
Yeah, and
leave a rating and review. Maybe next episode we'll read some reviews, see what we've got. But really, just go review. That's all it is. It's not hard. Just go do it.
Just press the 5-star and that's it. It's
not hard. We have a review. The most recent review was left on July 26th, and it says, "What a great podcast. That Tanner kid sounds tanked."
Wait, what? What does that mean?
It's from username Jimmy Caddy. So,
oh, nice. Thanks, Griff.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, thank you, Griffin.
Dude, he just wants to know what's Dern.
Yeah,
he just wants to know what's Dern.
Everybody, I did not know that was there.
We'll see you guys next time for some hopefully in-depth Spider-Man talk and for some more Binge Boy shenanigans. We'll see you next time.
See you.
Bye. He's been muted.